We are writing more than we need to in our answers. So we want to minimize any unnecessary words and sentences in our exam answers without losing marks. Now, if we could just take away 4 wasted sentences, i.e. sentences that we've written that aren't necessarily wrong, but they're not getting us any marks, that's a whole extra paragraph in an extended response question at the end, okay? When we think about it like that, throughout the whole exam paper, if we could save ourselves 1 sentence, 1 sentence, 1 sentence 4 times, that's a whole paragraph that we now have time for. So I want to give you some very specific rules of word efficiency. Now, this is specifically for exams. I know that sometimes teachers will ask you to do this differently in classwork. Certainly, you're going to do it differently in assignments or essays or homework. But in exams, you do not need to repeat back the question to the examiner. I know that you often do this in classwork, and it is good to incorporate the question in your writing when you are learning the content, but we don't need to do it in an exam. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. This question says, the plug of a washing machine has been wrongly fitted with a 3A fuse. Explain why the washing machine stops working shortly after it's switched on. Notice how this student response goes. If a washing machine is wrongly fitted with a 3A fuse, when it is switched on, fuse will get hot, and now they get into the answer. We are halfway through before we get into the answer. Okay, which would be fine for classwork and learning the information because it processes it in our brain, but we don't need to do it in an exam response. And the second thing is we don't need to impress the marker by giving them more than they ask for. That is what we do in our projects in year 7 and 8. We write in extra stuff that they didn't even ask for, and our teachers give us extra stars and smiley faces. It does not need to. Not only does it not need to, it just doesn't work like that in exams. And we don't need to go over and above to get those marks. If it isn't in the question, it will not be on the mark scheme. And examiners and teachers do not get to give extra marks at those higher year levels when it's beyond like a year 7 project to be able to achieve those marks. Okay, we just don't give them. It's just like literally irrelevant news. Don't need to tell me. Okay, so in this one, same question, wrongly fitted with a 3A fuse. Why is it stopped shortly after it's switched on? They've gone straight to the answer. When the washing machine is switched on, probably don't even need that part. They could just go straight into the fuse will get hot and melt, causing the circuit to break. Then they've gone on to tell us, because they're like, I know this, I've revised this, I've spent time on this information, I am writing it in this answer. How many of us have done that? Oh my goodness, yes, 100% I've done that. This could be prevented by ensuring the correct fuse is fitted and having a certified electrician check it. Perfectly valid statement, gets 0 marks. They've just written 2.5, nearly 3 lines of answers that is pointless, literally. No points, no marks given.